Standard AI models are trained on the open internet, Wikipedia entries, public forums, and news articles. When tasked with analyzing something like the specific tax escalation clauses in a commercial lease, or vibration data from a variable load HVAC system, these generalized tools lack the domain-specific context to provide an accurate answer. For a manager in a high-stakes industry, relying on a generic summary for a technical decision often leads to costly errors. Take a commercial property management firm as an example. Every day, they generate a massive volume of fragmented proprietary data. This includes live IoT sensor streams, hundreds of complex lease contracts, and thousands of unstructured tenant emails and service requests. Without a specialized system to synthesize these different formats, this information is just noise. A generalized chatbot cannot see the connection between a sudden spike in minor repair tickets and an impending drop in long-term lease renewals. To bridge this gap, companies are now embedding specialized AI directly into their core operational workflows. They are moving away from broad assistance and toward models that reside inside their mission-critical platforms. Mastering this integration is what allows a company to lock their proprietary knowledge into a system that is functionally impossible for a competitor to replicate. We can see this in the real estate sector, which represents the foundation of the AI maturity curve. Historically, property managers had no reliable way to track tenant satisfaction until a lease was already canceled. Modern firms now use natural language processing to perform sentiment analysis on unstructured text. The AI processes online reviews, direct tenant feedback, and CRM support tickets to identify patterns in how people feel about their space. By scanning for specific phrases and shifts in tone in real time, the model establishes a measurable gauge of resident satisfaction. Turning human emotion into data is a critical first step. However, simply listening to feedback doesn't give a manager the ability to stop a tenant from leaving before they make the decision. To prevent turnover, the technology has to move from observation to prediction. A recent study of an urban mixed-use commercial hub shows how this transition works in a live environment. A dashboard synthesized 3 distinct data pipelines: real-time sentiment, structured lease records, and live IoT sensor streams tracking foot traffic and HVAC usage. By cross-referencing these variables, the system identifies specific tenants at high risk of churn months in advance. This chart from the case study shows the predictive trajectory of tenant churn. The AI models tracked here identified a steady climb in the probability of a tenant leaving over a 24-month period, long before a formal notice was given. This prediction triggers a specific action. The system sends push notifications to leasing managers 60 days before a forecasted 10% vacancy spike. This shift allows a company to move from reacting to historical losses to proactively securing their future revenue streams. The peak of the maturity curve is autonomous action. We see this today in field service management platforms like Crizzen. In this stage, the AI no longer stops at alerting a human to a problem. The system itself takes the initiative to resolve it. These platforms use agents that continuously analyze years of historical service data alongside live equipment performance. They are looking for the exact signatures that precede a catastrophic hardware failure. When the agent detects an anomaly, it responds automatically. It schedules preventative maintenance, identifies the required parts, and dispatches the correct technician without requiring a single human keystroke. True AI maturity is reached when a system evolves from providing business insights to autonomously executing the operational changes required to keep a business running. In vertical software, AI integration now yields direct financial outcomes, from reducing utility overhead to slashing tenant turnover. Future industry leaders are moving beyond standard chatbots and are instead deploying models tuned to their specific edge cases. These specialized models make proprietary data useful, allowing firms to optimize physical assets and predict market shifts with a precision that was previously impossible. The predictive pipelines and autonomous workflows we've explored are accessible to any organization ready to modernize their operations. To transform your proprietary data into a predictive asset, click the link in the description to contact Crizzen. They specialize in building and deploying the custom AI workflows that define the modern enterprise.